Hi, Muskrat Jim here. This is a video response for Darren at Hillbilly Productions. His YouTube name is 3hank876. Anyway, he posted a video called Help with Wild Edibles, and he showed the different books that he has on the subject, and so this response is showing the books that I have on the subject. So stay tuned and we'll take a look at the books. So here are the books that I have. Tom Brown's Field Guide to City and Urban Survival, and Tom Brown's Field Guide to Wilderness Survival. I also have Peterson's Field Guide to Edible Wild Plants. That's for Eastern and Central North America. And these three books were given to me by my dad about 20 years ago. And I also have this book. It's the SAS Survival Handbook. It's it's quite a large one. It's not a little portable one, as you can see by my hand. Anyway, it's about, I don't know, 10 inches by 10 inches, so it's really quite large, and it was printed probably 25 years ago as well. Anyway, this has basically everything in it that the small little handbook does. So I would like to get the small handbook, make it a whole lot easier for me to carry out into the woods. And as far as these ones are concerned, Tom Brown was influenced by the natives quite a bit. A lot of his teachings come from a fellow by the name of Stalking Wolf, and who was a grandfather of one of his friends. And anyway, he goes through, well, especially in this one over here for the wilderness one, goes through everything from fire making to shelter making, etc., etc. And it talks a whole lot about the spiritual side of native values. And this one over here, for city and suburban survival, he talks a lot about finding food in the city after the stuff hits a fan. Whether it's just, you know, personal problems, like you're homeless and you have to deal with that sort of situation, or after, you know, something catastrophic. So anyway, those two are really quite good reading. And this one here, the thing that I would prefer in this book would be if it was really more of Atlantic Canada as opposed to Eastern Central North America, because there's a lot of plants in here that aren't even in Canada. I would say a good half of the plants that are covered in this book don't even show up in Canada, let alone Eastern Canada. So it's really quite limited. There's a really good picture of a bunchberry. Anyway, I still like this one because it's got a lot of color plates in it. Let me just show you something here. So in the middle of this book, there's a bunch of color plates in the center here. And they show you descriptions and actual color photographs of the different plants that are edible. And they also have some poisonous ones in here as well. In addition to these books, there's a website that I visited. It's called www.m4040, that's 4040.com, and it's put up by a guy that used to be in the U.S. military, and he has a lot of survival tips in there, as well as a copy of the U.S. military survival handbook. And anyway, a lot of the pictures in there are actually the same sketches that you'll find here in Tom Brown's work. So I don't know who copied off of who, but anyway, it's a good book as well. I also recently found a website, and it has Canadian plants, trees, and mushrooms. and it has a lot of pictures and descriptions of the plants, and also ways to cook them, when to harvest them, that sort of thing. I can't think of the name of the website right off the top of my head, but I'll post it down at the bottom for all the Canadian people out there. And anyway, so that's my collection of books. Those are the ones that I read. So anyway, I hope that, Darren, I hope this helps you out a little bit. Good luck in your foraging, and I hope to put up a couple more foraging videos soon. Alright, so we'll talk to you later.